What is up, race fans? We are standing at the edge of a massive shift in Formula One history. The FIA has finally pulled the curtain back on the 2026 car designs, and let me tell you, it is a total game changer. We are moving away from the heavy, boat-like monsters of the current era and heading toward what they call the nimble car concept. This isn't just a facelift, it is a fundamental reimagining of how a Grand Prix car cuts through the air and deploys its power. If your team has been resting on their laurels, they are already behind the curve. We are talking active aerodynamics, a massive power unit overhaul, and a footprint that makes these machines look like actual go-karts on steroids. Buckle up, because the 2026 grid is going to look nothing like what we see today. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of the chassis dimensions. The 2026 cars are officially going on a diet. We are looking at a wheelbase that is shrinking from 3,600 millimeters down to 3,400 millimeters. That is a 200 millimeter chop right out of the center. But it does not stop there. The width is being trimmed by 100 millimeters, moving from 2,000 millimeters to 1,900 millimeters. Why does this matter? It means these cars are going to be significantly more agile in the tight street circuits, like Monaco and Singapore. The goal here is to promote closer wheel-to-wheel racing by reducing the overall footprint and the resulting wake. If your favorite driver struggles with a bulky car, 2026 might just be their year to shine in the technical sectors. Now, let's talk about the heart of the beast. The 2026 power unit is a masterpiece of engineering, but it's causing some serious headaches in the paddock. We are moving to a nearly 50-50 split between internal combustion and electric power. We are talking about the MG UK tripling its output from 120 kilowatt to a massive 350 kilowatt. That is roughly 470 horsepower just from the battery. The total system output will still hover around that magical 1,000 horsepower mark, but the way that power is delivered is changing. Gone is the MGUH, which simplifies the engine but makes energy management the new king of the hill. If your team cannot master the battery recovery, they are going to be sitting ducks on the long straights. This is where it gets futuristic. Say goodbye to the standard DRS as we know it. The 2026 cars feature active aerodynamics with two distinct states, X mode and Z mode. Z mode is your high downforce setting for the corners. The wings open up to glue the car to the tarmac. Then, as soon as the driver hits the street, they flip into X mode. This flattens the wings out, reducing drag to maximize top speed. It is like a fighter jet adjusting its wings mid-flight. The front wing is active too, shifting in sync with the rear to keep the car balanced. If a team's software glitches and leaves them in Z mode on a straight, they'll be overtaken like they are standing still. In the world of F1, weight is the enemy of speed. For 2026, the FIA has set a target to shave off 30 kilograms from the current cars. The minimum weight is dropping to 768 kilograms. Now, that might not sound like much to us, but for engineers, finding 30 kilograms to cut is like trying to find water in a desert. Every bolt, every carbon fiber weave, and every sensor is being scrutinized. Lighter cars mean shorter braking zones and higher cornering speeds, which is exactly what the fans want to see. However, there is a risk. If a team cannot hit that 768 kilogram target, they will be carrying dead weight that kills their lap time. It is a high-stakes fitness regime for the machines. It is not all about going fast. It is about doing it safely and responsibly. The 2026 cars will run on 100% sustainable fuels. This is a massive win for the sport's image and the planet. On the safety side, the FIA is introducing a new two-stage nose design to prevent the car from climbing over another in a rear-end collision. Lateral impact protection is also being beefed up. The chassis will be stronger than ever, designed to withstand even higher G-loads during an accident. F1 is proving that you can have extreme performance without sacrificing the driver's well-being or the environment. It is a tough balancing act, but the 2026 regulations are pushing the limits of what is possible. So, who is the early favorite? The big teams like Red Bull, Ferrari, and Mercedes have the resources, but these rules are a total reset. This is the perfect opportunity for a team like McLaren or Aston Martin to jump the queue. And let's not forget Audi entering the fray.
The complexity of the 50-50 power split means the engine manufacturers are under immense pressure. If your team fails the first test of the wind tunnel or the dyno, they could be facing years of playing catch-up. We saw in 2014 with the turbo hybrids. Get it wrong at the start, and you are buried. The 2026 reveals have set the stage for a power struggle that will define the next decade of racing.
At the end of the day, the 2026 regulations are a bold gamble to make F1 more exciting, more sustainable, and more competitive. Did your team fail the first test? We won't know for sure until the cars hit the track for preseason testing, but the blueprints tell a story of ambition and technical risk. For the athletes behind the wheel, these nimble cars will demand more physical precision and smarter energy management than ever before. For us fans, it means closer racing and a wide-open championship. This is the future of speed, and I, for one, cannot wait to see these machines scream down the main straight. Stay tuned, because the road to 2026 is just heating up.